near and dear poem to my heart. It's called The 11th Hour, a series of crash and burn. And it's a poem about apologies, really. All of these poems are really like sets of apologies I'm making to myself, to other people. I think we take each other for granted, and it's really hard for us to say simple things like, I'm sorry. But pride can really wreck friendships, and they can really wreck people. So this was my apology poem. Bang. As it often does, an ego creates a universe of its own. 2. I dreamt your veins last night. They melted like sugar in my mouth. I swore I could feel you warming up to me, or was that just the afterglow of vodka making my guts feel pretty? I promise, I didn't mean to wake you. It's just the drunk monsters know your number better than anyone's. 3. Are apologies labors of sweat after all? Should I salt them from my brow, then build us an underwater reef, or merely admit I'm human and know that's not an excuse, just meant to say egotism is an easy tide and I've never known a shark to be selfless? 4. Stranger, my love went forfeit a long time ago, so don't expect me to spread like some unsteady bridge when the blade of your tongue cuts the arch of my back and London falls all around us. I won't rebuild. I'll just lie in ruin like the last time he and I settled for making love instead of making peace. He left me sobbing, dripping like a question mark so full of beg, and I still wonder what he knows about labor pains and water bursts and if he ever found his sea legs. 5. As often as I've gone on vacation, I've seen a funeral. I've watched women sprint behind coffins, breaking a sweat from their eyes. I've stood exiled outside an Orthodox church at Moscow, caught between the dead man and the door, trying not to stare at the corpse like a tourist. Every vacation, a death, a wake. So anytime I'm tempted to get away with my words, I'm reminded that every poem is a tombstone eulogizing a moment. 6. Our introduction took the shape of a sonnet. I only had 10 syllables to learn your name, didn't bother to tell you mine, just ended the couplet, signed your slave. The first poem I wrote paired fire and desire out of necessity, but between then and now, I have learned 173 ways to rhyme I love you. 7. I tried to buy you a Vitrola off eBay. That was the easiest way for me to say that I'm sorry. That your melody is too classy has inspired one too many riffs for me to try to play it on these accordion fingertips. Your time signature too rare to skip. I know I scratched our records, but hopefully they'll just repeat at all the good parts. 8. An old woman, 10 minutes widowed, sits in a room both bright and dim at the same time, repeating in the odd quiet of being married but not. I was young till I was old. How do we find death? It wasn't there, and suddenly we stumble upon it close as a nightstand's edge in the dark. 9. Pick up the photographs. Dust huddles on my fingertips, a family of beloved smear. I blow them gone, and I wonder, is this always how love ends in 2 dimensions? 10. I close the photo album. Dim the reading lights and let the joy of never feeling the same way twice open me like a novel. 11. The 11th hour. One thing I will always know: the anatomy of an ache, absorbing my assailant's archaeology, allies that angle acrostic, articulate armaments and abandon, ankles atop adders, all apologies are anti-venom. Ask Alysia about amour, absolute altruistic amour. Answer, agnostic.